This is Toyland, the world's best show, with your host, Frank the Cow.
Hello and welcome to Toyland, the world's best show. My name is Frank the Cow, and over there is Bill the Fish. Bill! Your grandmother's dead.
Yeah, you don't have to say it like that.
She's so dead, she died recently, and we're going to do an episode about it.
Oh, well, don't make it one of those creepy...
No, nothing like that, man.
Well...
This is a good way to deal with death. When death happens, you talk about it and broadcast that talk to the internet and the 30-something listeners we have. Anyway, so, Bill, talk about it, man. Tell the listeners the story.
Well, there's no story, really. I mean, they know. If they've been listening to the show, you know my grandmother has cancer or had cancer.
Right.
She was in the hospital with a broken hip when you had your heart attack from drinking too much tequila cheese.
Yeah.
And, this week, she died.
Yeah.
She died on March 11th at 3 o'clock in the morning. She just passed away in her sleep, which is really, really great because it had been a long time coming and many years of struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that she went peacefully.
Yeah, me too. I think it's great. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do the first podcast funeral for a human.
Okay.
This is the thing, though, right? So we had the funeral yesterday.
Yeah.
And everybody did a talk. I did a great talk.
Yeah, not that great of a talk.
I did the best I could under the circumstances. I'd never met your grandmother before.
You didn't need to talk. That's the thing. You'd never met her before.
I still felt that I needed to say something because, we're close, right?
Sure, sometimes.
She's your grandmother.
Yeah.
And I just felt, it was time that Frank stepped up because the mood was so depressing.
It's a funeral.
So I just felt I needed to step up, liven it up a little bit, give it some pizzazz.
He doesn't need pizzazz.
Start celebrating this woman's life.
Yeah. I know it was well-intentioned.
Yeah.
But,
I wish I'd known more about her.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it was very vague speech.
Didn't work.
Anyway, we'll talk about my speech later, but what I wanted to get into before we do anything else is this is because we don't have a coffin here. She's already buried and all that stuff, but I want to send her off in the right way for you, Bill, so we can kind of move on.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
I don't think you are.
No, I really am. It's a long time
I can see it in your face.
I'm a little sad.
I'm looking at you. You seem sad.
I'm a little sad. My grandmother died.
Bill, just move on.
Move on? What do you mean?
She died on the 11th. It's like
4 days.
4 days ago.
4 days ago. That's not a long time.
Look, it's fine.
No.
If you need to take some time off.
I would actually appreciate that. Could I take some time off? And not do the podcast with you for a while? Because
actually, I need you here. I'm sorry I said that. I can't let you go. I need you here on the podcast.
Thank you.
Anyway, this is what I want to do. I want to send her into space.
Okay.
Via radio waves. If we can conjure up her spirit here, what she was all about.
I don't know.
And then send her off into space.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Space. The final frontier. Bill's grandma's going there. And eventually us too, Bill.
Yeah.
Because you know what they say about death? When death comes a-knockin', Frank starts walking.
You're not making any sense.
I don't even know.
No, you're not. It makes no sense.
I don't know how to act around you anymore because I know that I do a lot of offensive things.
You do.
And when, you're a friend.
Thank you.
She died, and I just don't know how to act. I'm scared I'm going to just really piss you off every moment. I'm really walking on ice here. Have you ever seen a cow on ice?
No.
You don't want to. If you ever see a cow on ice, you know it's going to end grim. It's going to end with a big splash or a howling death. Which is harrowing and howling.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a cow drown in an ice pool, Bill?
No, Frank, I haven't.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
Well, then stop being so sad because I'm friggin' walking on ice all over.
I don't understand.
Hoping not to piss you off.
I don't understand what this whole thing is. This funeral? What are you talking about? A space funeral?
You know, it's not that complicated. I basically I made a little narration piece for her to send her out into the unknown.
That's weird. But
And you know,
what do we do now at this point? How do we start? Because I want to get this over with.
okay. Well, let me tell you how we're going to do this. So you're going to say something about your grandmother's life. Okay. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to send her off into space. What do you think about that?
How are we going to send her off into space?
It's just metaphorically.
Oh, okay. Well,
Metaphorically, she's going to be sent off into space, and I've got the perfect thing to do that.
That's kind of
Okay,
nice.
so
yeah.
you go ahead. This
All right.
is Bill's grandmother's life before she died,
Obviously.
obviously.
Right.
Go.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, so my grandmother, lovely woman. Back in the 30s, she had a brief spell as an actress.
Oh.
She played a waitress in a diner in a movie.
Okay.
She had a line, and
One line. Okay.
you know, so she was kind of a flamboyant,
Sure.
a very bouncy personality before she got really old. When
Right.
she was really, really old, there wasn't much going on.
Okay.
It was more.
Yeah.
She was just a regular lady at that time.
Yeah. Very sweet lady.
A very sweet old lady, and that's mostly how I remember her. Actually,
Yeah. I feel like I have something to give here because in my notes, in my speech.
you want to say something
Yeah.
about my grandmother?
No, I had a lot to some good points in my speach. I thought about
Again,
that.
Frank, I don't know where you're getting confused, but you didn't know my grandmother.
Why do you're always on my speech's case? What's wrong with my speech, Bill? What did I do?
There were many things wrong with the speech.
Like what? You know what? I think I should read it out and let the people decide.
You know what I think we should? I think you should read it out loud
Okay.
and maybe get some feedback
All
from
right.
others. Except
I
for me,
will.
you might listen to others more.
I think
Yeah,
it's fine.
go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead and read it.
Dearly beloved,
Yeah, you don't say that at a funeral. It's a wedding. You say that. That's the first thing.
I think you do say it at a funeral.
I know you don't. It's the beginning is wrong.
Anyway,
Okay.
Dearly beloved, my name is Frank the Cow, podcast host of the world's best show.
It's unnecessary information. But okay. Sure.
I am Bill the Fish's boss.
Yeah.
I'm currently paying him too much money to do the podcast with me,
Again, excess.
but he's my friend, and his grandmother is dead.
It's so awkward. It's the most awkward beginning to a speech
This
ever.
is the part where it gets good.
No, this is the part where it gets really horrendous.
This is the part where I go right into the details. Here you go.
Okay.
Bill's grandmother, who I never met, was an old lady. And I didn't know her personally, but like many old ladies, I imagined that she was old and she smelled of prunes
Yeah.
because old people smell of prunes.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
This is the time I have it written here in my speech. Look over at Bill and give him the thumbs up.
Yeah. So inappropriate. I mean,
And I did.
Yeah,
I
you
went
did.
like this.
You did. And everybody was
Yeah.
like, what are
And you
you...
just kind of looked at me.
Yes. It was horrifying. It was terrible. It was really embarrassing.
Okay, can I continue my speech now?
Go ahead. Finish it,
Right.
please.
I want to say sorry because she died, even though it's not my fault.
Yeah. Like,
Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and write me an email at toylandpodcast@gmail.com. So there you go.
yeah, there you go.
That's
And
what I did.
Yeah, and imagine an entire audience of about, I don't know, 300 people
Hmm. Yeah.
in a church, very solemn,
Loving it.
looking at you doing this. You don't...
Yeah, they
you're
were
like
loving it.
socially autistic. I don't know.
How was
Anyway,
life at the party as far as I'm
Can
concerned?
we send her into space already, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, so let me do this. All right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Have we conjured the spirit
More or less, I think.
of your grandmother?
Yeah.
Here
sure.
we go.
Okay.
Check this out. Space, the final frontier. Bill's grandmother is walking through a hallway. She looks at the bright, bright light. She stares directly into the face of God. Ha
Frank, is this supposed to be scary?
No, this is like the vastness of space.
It's coming off as like a horror movie.
What do you mean? How so? What are you talking about? This is
Yeah, with the maniacal laughter and piano and the darkness of the sound. I mean, can we lighten the mood a little bit? This
I
is
can
a
try.
bit.
Okay.
This is a bit scary
All
for
right.
me.
All right. I'll try. I'll lighten it up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, universe, I am a grandma. Dead grandma. I want to go to the space-time continuum. Speed. Let me go. Good day. Goodbye.
I've never seen this weird performance art side of you, Frank. It disturbs me, and I have no idea what this is. This whole podcast is confusing to me. My grandmother was an old lady. I'm beyond this thing now. I mean, all this crap that you're doing over here,
Sorry.
it's not speaking to me. It's not moving me. I don't know if it's moving the audience, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Frank,
Yeah. What is
you
it?
have a very strange way of dealing with emotions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, Bill, and that's an understatement. I really don't know how to feel or what to feel right now. I just know you're supposed to do something when people die.
Yeah.
I just thought that maybe something like this would, but I'm really I'm reaching in the dark here. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about this?
Okay.
I'm sorry your grandmother died.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to be there for you as a friend.
I feel you, and I get you, and thank you.
I want you to rate Toyland 5 stars
Wow.
and write us an email at toylandpodcast@gmail.com so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye, Bill's grandmother.
Goodbye.
And goodbye, you Toylanders.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Toyland. We will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Bye-bye.